So this is an action marble game that I got at a secondhand store for $2. It reminded me of MARX's Spiralball, which my sister had as a kid and was a great game. This is essentially a pretty cheap version of it. It is not by MARX. It says made in Hong Kong. Some kind of mark. I am not familiar with that mark. The game is almost complete. It's missing a leg. It's got the 5 marbles. It does have marble jump action, 5 scoring slots, and spiral action ramp. On the back, there's 2 slots. Obviously, the leg goes in there. Because there's only the 1 leg, the best thing to actually do is to rest it on top of the box. So it's about the same height as if you had the leg. So here's the leg in there, and you'll see it's just about right. So the game actually does work relatively well. It is an inexpensive game. Again, Spiralball was much better quality. MARX was a much better toy company. So just a quick note. You're going to notice in most of the video that the spring is here. What had happened is that it popped out at one point. I used a small screwdriver finally after I videotaped everything to push it back inside. You can barely see it, but there's a small yellow tab there that helps keep the spring in. So I've played a whole bunch of games since then, and it works well. But I would assume that that could happen again, and just use, again, something like this to push it back in if that happens. This is the spiral action ramp. These are the 5 scoring slots. And this is the jump action you're going to see here. So I'm going to pull it back. Did not do it hard enough. That happened in Spiralball too. So 50. 25. You get some actually funny bounces. Like, see, that was, I don't know where that was. Oh, that was close to 50. Too high. I got no hundreds. I got 2 50s. I got 2 25s and 1 10, so that's 160. So you can try to pull the 10 out, but if you have big fingers like me, like, it's hard to do, and that's why I end up tipping the thing. And again, one more reason why that leg is just not going to work. Try again. Let me see if I can do any better. Oh, so that was 100. Oh, that's another 50. Oh. So 250, that's probably my best score. So there's likely to be a couple factors that influence how accurate you are. So some of the obvious ones are how far you pull the spring back. Do you pull it back just a little bit, or do you pull it back all the way? If you get the spring all the way in there, you can go out of the thing. So it really does take some control. The other piece is when you pull it back, there's some wiggle room left and right. And so obviously that will have some effect over where the ball goes, because when you're moving it left and right, you're moving that plunger inside left and right. So clearly all those factors will have some effect on how good you do. It would be interesting if I had some patience to actually try to see if I could, like, really get consistent and get high scores consistently. So let me try to get some slow-mo of this, the ball action bouncing all over. So that was crazy. I was doing that backwards, and I got 250. See, when you don't think, you do better. So what would happen if a grown man decided to put Lego minifigures to defend the action marble game, try to keep you from scoring? Headed up by Homer, Classic Knight, Blacktron Dude, Minecraft guy, and a more modern unicorn. What would happen? So let me know what you think about the action marble game and whether you think it rivals or is at least in the ballpark of Spiralball by MARX. It's a lot of fun. I may end up selling this on eBay. There's only so many games that you can keep, but I hope you enjoyed the video.